With TuneCore, I get to keep 100% of 100% of my revenue, like 100. No middleman, no middleman. It means more money for you and for anybody else.
And welcome back to Fresh Off the Block. This week in our second episode, we got another challenge, and this time around, it's for our beatmakers. We reached out to find beatmakers in Singapore, and we had 33 beatmakers send in their beats representing their sides. The beats were sent to our judges, Rauzan Rahman and Fauxe, where they evaluate the creativity and technical skills of the beatmakers. Now let me introduce our judges.
Hey, what's up guys? My name is Rauzan Rahman. I'm a music producer / rapper, but this is the second time that I'll be judging Fresh Off the Block, the Producers Edition. And I am very excited for this, and I cannot wait to hear a couple of beats from the East, North, West, and they have a new territory, new if I'm not wrong. And also, I believe Dan the Man has actually provided them a couple of sound that these producers have to use to include it into their beats that I'm about to judge and listen. And I cannot wait. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Fauxe, or you can call me Chris. I make beats, and I'm very fortunate and happy to be here at Fresh Off the Block to judge these beats that I'm about to hear. And I'm really looking forward to see what's up. So, wow!
Hi guys, my name is Dan. I run Allure Records. I've been producing for 5 to 6 years. I've been producing for Kiana, Kali, Abang Sapau, and many other artists across different genres. So today I'm going to review some beats from the FOTB Beatmaker Challenge. So yeah, I'm excited. Let's go, man.
Hey, what's up guys? My name is Koflow. I'm here with the FOTB judging and scoring their cultural sample challenge, and I'm gonna run through and audition through all the samples before I kickstart the score sheet.
What's up? My name is Inquisitive, and I'm here to judge the beatmakers for Fresh Off the Block.
Alright, let's get into this challenge. The first challenge we have for our talented beatmakers is called our Cultured Sample Challenge. We will have prodbydan from Allure Records to introduce this challenge.
What's up guys, I'm Dan. I run the label Allure Records. So I've been asked to provide a few samples for you guys related to Singapore culture, Singapore old songs, cultural instruments and all that. So there's a few like loops, one-shots and instruments you guys can use for the beat. So I'm gonna play you guys a few samples. Yeah, so it's up to you guys how you guys want to use it in the beat. There's a few instruments as well, like the gumbos. Gamelan. And erhu. Yeah. So I made a rough beat. I sampled the gendang and gamelan. So the gamelan I used it for the melody, and the gendang I used it for rhythm. So if you guys can make drum kits out of all these samples, that'd be great. If not, then just use your own snares and kicks. Then we'll see how you can use the sample, incorporate the sample in the beats lah. Yeah. Dope.
Our beatmakers will have 1 week to create a beat based on the samples given by prodbydan. They will then have to create a beat using any of the samples given with a minimum requirement of 16 bars. Now let's see what our beatmakers can do.
Hi y'all, I'm Kenzo, and my producer name is Kenzo, and I'm here at Lucid Turf Studio. I'm gonna talk about the beatmaker challenge. So I'm a hip-hop producer, beatmaker. I've been doing it professionally, quote unquote, for like 2 years. And I've been working with quite a number of rappers since then. After listening to the samples, I realized that the theme is probably somewhat like ethnic or something. It's like the Indian sample, Malay sample, Chinese sample. My influence, not just for this beat, but like generally speaking, if you listen to my beat tapes and stuff, my influence is like mostly like Madlib, J Dilla. Now, recently, like I've been listening to a lot of like Kareem Riggins and all that Stones Throw people. So I thought it will be interesting just like bring a different type of rhythm, different types of sound to the competition, just to like for variety, right? And the samples that I got, I chopped it in a way that actually matches the vibe. So it works, it worked. I chopped it to bits and like put it in ways that like hopefully not a lot of other beatmakers did. Can't wait to let y'all hear it.
This beat, when it drops, it instantly gave me a goosebump. It reminds me so much of the beats I used to listen to and I vibe to all the time when I was in the like teenage years. Definitely a great boom bap, Dilla style, and fuck man, this is dope.
Fauxe, I know you like this kind of beat. I love this kind of beat too, bro. See, even my daughter is crying after listening to this, man.
Okay, so like this is a dope bar, but I think that like again it being dope, these are more specific comments now like.
Dope beat, dope arrangement. I think the use of sample is great. Melody is great. Mixing is great. I think he could have used the percussive samples a bit more in the drums maybe. But overall, I think it's a good arrangement. There's some progression. There's some like the arrangement. I guess is great. There's some progression from like section to section.
This beat sounds really fresh and it reminds me of like DJ Premier kind of beats. Yeah, so nothing bad about it, but yeah, just good job on the whole vibe of the track. Yeah.
This is killer, gila, crazy. I love it. Gives out that, I don't know if you guys know this producer named DiBiase.
The first sound you should really bump up, I think a lot more, is there's like a string thing that goes like it's like a pad. I think you can push that up. But basically all the background stuff, I'm not too sure if a lot of these beats that when I get this sort of comment now where it's like you're shaping up for the rapper, but I think you shouldn't. I mean, especially if a rapper is going to receive this beat, I think the beat should fucking, you should feel it lah. Whoever's going to be on it lah, and then later on you can decide about how you want to mix it down lah.
Many more, man. I just love the vibe. It gives you that different way of bobbing to the beat. While listening to it, I already gave the score. I am loving it so much. Thank you so much for that killer track.
Okay, so now moving on to the west side, I've aimed that kid. Somehow I think I've seen this name somewhere, so kind of interested to get to know you since like the name is kind of familiar to me for some reason.
Ooh, it's kind of my favorite producer for this year, or I think last year as well. I like his style. He finally has found his own style and I'm loving every single bit of it. Let's listen to I'm the Kid.
I'm the kid and I'm still studying in LaSalle for diploma in audio production, and also working part-time, and yeah, that's how I survive. My uncle used to be a rapper, so when I was like pretty young, I followed him through the events and everything, getting to know the older hits and everything. The event was Enter the Void Deck. The scene was pretty cool back then. Like it's more heartwarming and everything. Like everybody was together to celebrate the culture of like hip hop and everything. My new sound, I really look up to like 070 Shake, Eli Sostre, Travis Scott. Yeah, they can sing and rap, ambience like auto-tune melodic and a bit dark. I think I'm more dark. Like I'm using darker stuff other than them. So yeah, that's me. I think I really had like hard time on it because I was juggling with my school assignments and everything. And yeah, Dan really gave us like really good samples. Just that I didn't have proper time like to really sit on the samples and like learn where I can like chop it up and everything. And I just do something that's really comfortable with me, and I didn't like go out of my comfort zone, but that's okay. I think you guys can expect something like typical of because whatever I put out is gonna be whatever I manifest into this kind of beat. So yeah, you guys enjoy the beat because I really rushed through everything, and I think it's quite enjoyable doing things in limited time of time.
Berdengung aku punya bilik. There you go. The famous tagline.
The key.
Cinematic What? More sudden entrance of any new arrangements. That was brilliant. Love it. I can hear his voice when I hear his beats. You can hear him like in the chorus. I'm a huge fan of this guy, but that doesn't mean that you're gonna get high score, bro.
That's pretty dope. I like the end of it. The only thing that I felt that you could work on is that little piano. You could have pan it on certain side to create a bit more movement, especially again, you know, we are working with beats that don't have rappers, so you need to make use of the space, you know, to create the little contrast and movements, right? So other than that, I kind of like the beat. Yep, and job well done.
Okay, I really like the change of the groove at the back with the drums. Overall, really well produced track, but the only thing that's missing is like the sub bass or the 808. So yeah, I was just waiting for that to come in, but I didn't see that. So just add in some sub bass or 808, and yeah, it's perfect.
Very messy, and like almost too many ideas going on at the same time. Almost no mix, almost, you know, like some of the sounds like can have blended well, but I won't even talk about it. I think what you should like focus now is that arrangement, because like it's almost like putting too many ideas into one, and it would have sounded way better, of course, with this complexity in the ideas if they were mixed way better into introduce these sounds, but because it's not, right, you know, a lot of things you could have taken out. Again, the kick sound can be. I feel like, I know there's bass, it sounds like a very sub thing, but I think that we cannot. I think when we blend these sounds together, we gotta really understand like what is truly happening.
Okay, let's move on to the next beat. No One, KNWN.
And this beat is called Pontianak. Okay, it's gonna sound really scary. Am I gonna have nightmares? Fuck man, don't produce beats like this. I wanna go home.
Hello, my name is Shazwan, aka No One, KNWN. I'm a music producer. I produce here in my bedroom. Currently, I'm serving NS, National Service. I joined FOTB because the movement of it, like everyone was participating, and I just was like inspired by it. And also, it's quite cool to be introduced to a bunch of new artists and new talents in the Singaporean scene, especially people who doesn't know anything about the Singaporean scene. At first, I wanted to do a dancey kind of beat, like a vibey kind of one. But then I heard like some of the beat, like the samples were very darkish, like Asian kind of thing. So I decided to just do like a mad lib boom bap kind of beat.
How can I get in on love? From the start, things don't talk. I'll stop being with it. Pastafari. When I can't come.
Alright, another really cool and dope track, so I have nothing really much to say. Yeah, good job. And yeah, dope.
Okay, one of the beats that something that really stood out is the gong. Yeah man, amazing track, Pontianak. Thank you for not making it too scary.
I like the beat, and you know what? I actually do like the drums that you chose. You know, it sits really well, and you know, it gives me that head bobbing vibe to it, and I do like it.
This was pretty balanced, you know. I mean, like pretty balanced. Like macam like I won't really think too much. You know, I could go in and just like put a melody layer, and then maybe think about how the mix could be later on. Yeah. So remember that, like, I think even when you make beats, right, always remember that like things can be mixed later on, but your beat should feel like as if like people want to touch, you know. So like even if they want later on, is they put the verse la, chorus la, and they're like, hey bro, can you cut this or whatever. I mean, shit, like why not, you know? Putting that sort of collaboration in sometimes creates outcomes that you and I don't even know what. So this was nice. This was nice.
I don't think there's much you need to change, but besides creativity, I think, you know, switching up a little bit of patterns will really help a lot, and I think, you know, a little bit of fills will help a lot, and putting some of the sounds on your left and right will also help a lot. But overall, I think job well done, and I can't help but think, you know, is this how you reimagine when you see a Pontianak? And when you actually encounter one where you actually play a beat, hey, this beat is for you, you know?
Right, so the last one from the west side is Max.
And this beat name is called Obnoxious. Sounds like something that is gonna be banging, and I hope you don't disappoint me.
Psych! Yo, turn this shit up to the max. Round one.
Ooh, what is happening? Okay.
Wee. Nice.
wow, this is pretty good. I like the whole intro and the mid, like the short mid interlude, and then the beat comes in right after again. Feels like I'm, preparing to go fight a UFC match or something. But yeah, so really, really dope one, Max. I really like this track, so good job, man.
Wow. Max, I think this beat is pretty well done. Arrangement is solid, and the choice of samples that you chop it up and put it in is also solid. And I really love the bass line. It gives me that whole funky vibe as well. And sure, man, this is also a really dope beat that I think will do really well when you release it.
Wow. Okay, Max, dope beat. I love that he used the gendang in the drums. I've not heard anyone so far that has used the percussive samples that I give in the drums, so this is dope. The beat switch is great, the use of the sample is tasteful.
Alright, this one had a lot of space. Yeah, period. Had a lot of space for ideas, like, whether it's a rapper or a singer. I think the most important thing is when we try to not just do 4/4, I mean, it is 4/4, but when the melody went on that triple, that's as important as like triplet rap, right? Everything is a triplet, anyways. Like where are you? How are you? It's all triplets. So hearing that in a song and then having space for someone to write, I think it was real dope. I think this one is like very balanced. Maybe has worked with someone before, I don't know, like with people, but if not, like new or old, I think this was fun, man. Like you at least allowed the samples to breathe.
Wow, when you actually submit that to a rapper, just saying, you can feel that energy and you know how the rapper is gonna feel. The energy was tremendous, awesome, amazing. I love it. What a way to end the submission from the West Side. But damn, Kenzo, you got me to another dimension, bro, with your submission.
More support means I can rely on TuneCore. Like someone answers the phone to answer my questions.
I'm not talking to a bot. It's actual humans. You're only gonna get that with TuneCore.